Hey guys, thanks for tuning in. I messed up. I thought I started the show. Apparently, when I went live, I didn't completely go live. So, yeah, my fault. I knew what I needed to do. Apparently, I just didn't do it. So, Robin would probably be like, "What? You had two buttons to push and you didn't go live with it." So, yeah. Anyway, um, I've been talking to myself for a couple of minutes, and I realized that I'm not live on here talking, and I'm just basically been sitting here talking, and Sharon's been probably watching me thinking this guy's crazy. So anyway, um, thanks for tuning in. I will ramble on for a few more minutes. Sorry, Sharon. I promise I'll bring you on here in a minute. Um, all the stuff that I was going on about, pretty much have to start over. So yeah, but anyway, thanks guys for tuning in. As I was saying before, I realized that I wasn't live. If anyone is interested in making donations to the charity, you can go to lostlimbsfoundation.org. You can make donations and stuff there to help the charity out. We're also looking for a kid to help. Um, so if anyone has any kind of lead on, a family friend or someone you know, or if your kid knows a kid at school or something that's lost one of their limbs or something that needs help, please have them contact us, and we can hopefully be able to help them in some way. So we appreciate it. Yeah, and I'm going backwards in order of what I would have been if I was actually live a few minutes ago. So Rhodes Hotel, June 11th, we have the next public investigation that's available. If you guys are interested in public investigation, there are still tickets left. It's June 11th on a Saturday, 6 p.m. to 2 a.m., and we limit those to 10 people. So only 10 tickets available in that total. And I'm kind of going through things kind of quick now since since I wasted a few minutes and wasn't even live. But anyway, over the weekend, you noticed the nice little sunburn I have. I went to Ashmore for Kids Day over the weekend and was watching where Robbin was. He's been, had to help and everything. They're building the house out there on the property, so I went out there and kind of hung out in the sun just a little too much. But Kids Day was a success, of course. It went over well. I think it was $500 that was raised for the charity, which helps Lost Limbs Foundation. I think this is the 5th year that Robin's been doing this event. So thanks to everyone for coming out and supporting, and just everybody involved all the way around with it. We appreciate it. With Ashmore Estates, feel free to go to the website and book any bookings that you're looking for Ashmore Estates. The weekends, I know Saturdays are pretty much booked, I think, for the rest of the year. It seemed like Robin said a while back there might be one or two left available. So go to the website, check the calendar, see what's available if you're looking to book out at Ashmore Estates. And I think kind of just like crammed all that stuff in there like really quick. I think that's that's all I had to say. But let me take this off of here. I'm gonna flip over here and pull my little comments and stuff up. So thank you guys for tuning in. Appreciate it. I kind of messed up. Anybody that's just now tuning in, I kind of messed up. When you go live, you have to hit it twice, and then we play the 30-second countdown for the show. I hit it once and then played the 30-second countdown to myself, and Sharon's kind of watching in the background, which is she can feel free to make fun of me here in just a minute. But yeah, so I did all this, and I'm just like sitting here just talking away for I don't know what, 5 minutes or so, and then I look up and I realize it doesn't say that I'm live. So hit the button for the second time. So anyway, for those just tuning in, Robbin is in a meeting right now, so he can't make it in just yet. Hopefully, he'll get out of that here soon and be able to join us. So until then, I'm going to chat with Sharon, and I am going to bring her in and to see what's going on with Rolling Hills Asylum. So, hello. Oh,
Nobody would have known, you know. You could have just said it was an internet glitch. Nobody would have known.
yeah, no. Well, I mean,
Yes, we didn't know. It would have been our secret. I would have kept it.
see, I guess I don't know. I mean, there's a chance. I guess you could have been like, "Hey, he messed up. He just."
I wouldn't have. I would have had your back, dude. I would have been.
Next time, I'll remember that. So
That's
next time
right.
you're on, and I slip up and realize that
No, I would
I
have had
messed
your
up.
back.
Yeah, I'd be like, "Oh no, just having Wi-Fi issues here. No
Yeah,
big deal. We're just
no.
running
Blame
late."
it on me. I live in a haunted location. I would have blamed it on me.
Yeah, yes, me too.
That
Yeah.
was
So I
my
mean,
fault.
yeah. I'd be like, "Oh, the spirits are just messing with things. They
Yeah,
just
yeah.
wanted us to take a break before we went live."
Exactly.
hmm Yeah. So, welcome to the show.
Thank
Sorry, I like rambled for a few minutes, and you're watching me, and then I realized that I'm not live and have to go back and
Practice.
repeat everything.
Carnegie Hall, you know.
Well, it's Robbin handles all this stuff. He usually handles everything, and then I've only done it one other time. I had one other time that he was just like, "I can't do anything." And I was like, "Dude, I don't know what I'm doing." So, like we do this crash course, and I did okay,
You did.
but for some reason, this time I forgot to double click on the go
You're
live button.
fine.
It happens. He's gonna laugh when he comes back and he like plays like when he goes to upload this like to YouTube and everything. He's gonna laugh because he's
Yeah.
gonna be like, "Where's the 30 seconds at? What? What?" He's gonna yeah. Anyway, how's it going?
Good, good. Second podcast today. Had one at 10
Oh,
o'clock
really?
this morning and one at 9 o'clock tonight. So there you go.
Busy day. Busy
Busy day.
day.
No sleep last
Yeah.
night. Busy day.
Oh man, did you have a group last night or?
No, just I was up working on the computer, getting stuff done. You know how it goes, admin
Yeah.
stuff. So
Yep. Busy. There's
yeah,
a lot of work in the locations for sure.
yeah, it is. So,
Yeah, we thought it would be good, to since we have all the different types of guests and stuff on, it's always nice to pull people that own locations to bring them in because if we have people that's tuning in that doesn't know much about the location, if they haven't been there or whatever, or saw it on some of the shows or something
mm,
for whatever reason, then it's kind of cool to bring the owners in to talk about the locations and kind of fill people in on give them some history and just all all the information that they would need. That way, then hopefully it'll lead them to booking something there. And but yeah, I mean we definitely believe in getting the word out there and get all the locations.
sure. Ask away. It's easier if you ask rather than me ramble because I can ramble.
Mhm.
I'm a talker.
Hey, that's good. I mean, that's what we're here for. It's like I've had people they'll mention something. They'll talk and they'll be like, well, you
Well,
you know,
I'm a little jealous where you guys are because you've got the Booth brothers back in your neck of the woods, and I'm a little jealous. You've got you guys, and you help, Robbin. Robbin's got a lot of help out there. I'm out here kind of
yeah.
standing alone by myself, and it's a big property to handle by myself. I don't really have any help.
So
So
it's just you.
it's just me. I moved out here by myself with one suitcase. I
Wow.
bought the property 12 years ago.
Yeah.
It's 60,000 square feet, 11 and a half acres. And yeah, my husband was supposed to come with me and he was all in until he wasn't. And I moved out here and I had the Booth brothers lined up to film a movie here. We filmed The Haunted Boy, Exorcist
hmm
File. And then I had Ghost Adventures lined up. And all of a sudden the husband stopped returning my calls. And here I am out here by myself. He didn't come. So I've been out here 12 years by myself. And right now I'm really lightheanded. I could use I'm light-handed on men. I need men. I need men to
Yeah.
move things because I'm 5'2" and lacking strength. So I'm short-handed. I'm getting some physical labor done. But yeah, it's an old poorhouse. Opened up in 1827. In 1938, they added the infirmary, which everyone knows is Rolling Hills. That's the big iconic building that everyone recognizes. And then in 1958, they built the long east wing as the old men's dorm. And then in 64, we became the Genesee County Nursing Home, and then they closed us down in 1974. And then it sat empty for about 10 years, and then we had 3 private owners, and I'm the 4th private owner. So it opened up in 1827, closed in 1974, and I'm the 4th private owner. So,
Wow.
yeah, long history. Widows, orphans, drunkards, all kinds of disabled people, and mentally and physically disabled, and widows and orphans and Civil War veterans, Native Americans, everybody.
Yeah, I mean, feel free to fill us in on all that, because like, you notice with the shows, I mean, the shows are so compact. I mean, with everything, flowing with the show, that there's so much stuff that, like, with the history and, some of the different things with these locations that get missed because there's no time to put all this stuff in. So it's nice to be able to sit down and talk. Like tonight, we can get some
missed
of this other stuff.
Yeah, missed and misinformation.
Yeah.
Misinformation is the worst part, unfortunately. And it's not the celebrity's fault, the people in front of the camera. Sometimes the producers don't get the information right. So the history information gets twisted, and that gets to be a problem. That's my biggest beef, is that a lot of times the spirit information's wrong. Not the activity, but like Miss Emma, the information on her is wrong. They said that she's evil, and that's totally not right. And that gets me upset, because her family, many generations, are still here in the neighborhood, so to speak. And I don't like them being upset that she's got this bad reputation, and that kind of hurts me.
Yeah, understandable for sure.
So
yeah, and it's and like I said, that's where it's nice to be able to talk, because then we can get the correct information, and we can get those little gaps in the history and stuff that some of the shows and stuff miss. That they don't have time or whatever, or like you said, misinformation.
It's fabulous. The people that are really paranormal, like you guys, and the shows that I'm on with you people, are great. But there's so many podcasts out there, random, spooky, blah blah blah, or yabba baba baba boo, that are out there that just want to have podcasts that aren't in the paranormal, that just sit back and are armchair podcasters that don't even do anything except for Wikipedia, and they just perpetuate bad information, and that's kind of frustrating. But anyways, activities, I just get on a high horse, but anyway.
Oh, you're fine.
You must have the same experience though at Ashmore. You really must. And I don't know a lot about Rhodes, so Rhodes Hotel, I don't know anything about the place. But you must have the same experience. It must be really aggravating.
Yeah, well, and it's like going back to like learning more stuff, like, doing the show and learning more things. Like tonight, I'm sure I'm going to learn all kinds of stuff from you. But, Robbin has had Ashmore since 2014. There's still a lot of stuff that I don't know, like, or some of it I forget over the years or whatever. But, obviously it's easier for me since I'm at Rhodes Hotel to get the information and stuff out when people come in and book and stuff. But how did you get the property? I mean, like, what came up? I mean, were you already into the paranormal and you learned that the place was for sale, heard some of the history from it, or?
Yeah, I actually was in California, and I was involved in a couple of different teams, and then I had my own team that we did home investigations, just a group of 3 of us. And then I had a huge meetup group that had 300 people in it. And we would do like the Queen Mary. I lived 20 minutes from the Queen Mary, and we would do like the USS Hornet and stuff like that. And it was the time when Dave Schrader had his big, huge events, and we'd go to do all his huge events. And he had an event out here on June 12th, Friday the 13th and 14th of 2008 at Rolling Hills. So it was on my bucket list. And I came out, and I had 3 incredible nights of activity. Full body apparitions of Roy. I got on photos, and that's our 7.5-foot shadow man. Excuse me. And I went back to California, clicked off my bucket list. Didn't think I'd come back to Western New York, because Rolling Hills is in this little podunk town, farmed land, like one yellow blinking light, nothing around. Well, there is 20 minutes away, 15 minutes away, but really nothing around but farmland. And I left a town like that growing up in New Hampshire because I hated it. And here I am living in the beach, of California, loving the weather. So I didn't think I was going to come back here. Why would I? I hate the snow, hate the winter. And I got a call that the place was closing down from someone I met back here. And I thought she was joking, for real. And I changed on the subject, and she was getting madder and madder at me on the phone. Like, you're not listening to me. You don't understand. We think the place is going to get torn down. We don't know what's going to happen to it. And finally, I'm like, oh, my God. And a bell went off, and a light went on. And I'm like, oh, my God, what's going to happen to the spirits? They're so intelligent. And I started getting really upset. And I started crying. And I was, of course, married at the time, like I said, and I called my husband at work, and I'm all upset, and I'm crying when he answers the phone. He goes, what's wrong? Are you in a car accident? I'm like, no, Rolling Hills is closing. I don't know what's going to happen to him. I might get torn down. He goes, really? I'm working. Click. And so he comes home, like, it really bothered me to work for this. What the hell, And he goes, actually, we were thinking about a lifestyle change. Why don't you go out and look at it? And I came out, and during the light of day, you know how it is. You go to locations, and you go to events. You go to 3 or 4, maybe 5 spots during a rotation of, during the event. You don't look at every room. Yeah. Over 100 rooms, So you go back during the day, and you'll notice that all the problems, and the rooms are piled sky high with garbage and things stored in it, and it was just a mess. So I went back home and kept calling about it. I couldn't get it off my mind. And somehow I convinced him to come back out and look at it. And he pulls in the yard and he goes, you're out of your goddamn mind. We're not doing this. There's no way. So I went back, and I kept looking at the evidence, and kept calling about it again, and found it was going up for auction the day before my birthday. He goes, go out and look at it. Go out and see what happens. Well, the dollar auctions are BS. That doesn't happen. I don't care what anybody says. It wasn't a dollar auction. The bank had bid against me because the other people went bankrupt. And I walked out because, you can't get blood from a stone. There's only so much money I had. And I used to be in real estate. I wasn't going to run any sort of appraisals or on this or inspections. I know better, There's no way a bank would be loaned on this place, So I walked out, and the bank realized, oh, crap, she's the only fool who showed up. Now what are we going to do, right? So they called me, and they, like a 12.5% interest loan later for, 250,000 years, and my kidney and my right ovary, and, we made a deal. So I lined up the Booth brothers, and poor Christopher. I bought it the day before my birthday in October. He came out in the middle of first week in January, I think it was, freezing cold, run through the building to look at it for filming, and so bloody cold. So then we came out in March to film, and I lined up Ghost Adventures. And then I realized all the pipes had burst in the house because the bank never drained the pipes. And that orange extension cord I saw in the driveway running across from the building was because the house had no power. They'd run an extension cord from the building. It was a shit. Sorry. It was really.
No, you're fine.
It was a shit show. And so I didn't know what the hell I was doing. I had no idea. So meanwhile, I'm trying to call my husband and ask him what the hell's, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. I lived in California where you just call, the electric company or whatever, the water.
Yeah.
The water company. So he's not calling me back, and he's not calling me back. Finally, he calls me back. At this point, I'm living in an 80 square foot like little carriage house down the road from some people I met because they took pity on me because I couldn't live in the house here because there's no plumbing and no heating and everything. And he goes, sorry, I don't want to be married to you after 18 years. Go look up at the one suitcase, click. And I knew nobody out here. Nobody. So it's been a little bit of a labor of love. And I'm still like, I have some people that help me, but I literally, when I say I'm lacking in men help, I really am. And I don't want a man in my life. I'm not like, this is not a dating ask here. I just need people to help me. And I can pay people. I'm not asking for freebies. It's hard to find handyman to help. It's really tough. And people that I can trust, and people, it's just really difficult. You guys are really lucky that you got like all these people, and I live out in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
It's tough.
It is.
12 years. It's been a long haul. The first 8 years, I lived in one room in this house, one room with plywood floors and no kitchen cabinets, and I still have no kitchen cabinets because everything I tried to put back in the building. So it's a real labor of love.
Yeah.
So I just. It is, and I'm 5'2", and I just turned 60 in October. So it's been a labor of love.
Yeah, we've talked about this before, like even on the show and stuff. It's like
it's ginger ale. It looks it's a mega pint for Johnny Depp, but it's ginger.
Yeah. I mean, we talk about this like even on the show and stuff. I think we've mentioned it before that it's you're not going to get rich off of these
Mm-mm.
locations. The money's not just rolling in. You're just like, hey,
No.
um, it's tough, and just like you just explained, I mean, I can't imagine how
My
hard it's
my
been.
my pump in my well went last week. I had no water for my house for 4 days. And I mean, it just it happens, I
Yeah,
literally had no water. And, it is what it is, but people think, and like I lease my vehicle, I have 3,200 miles on my car because I don't go anywhere. I'm always here doing
yeah,
something. And I'm not complaining. It's my choice. If it wasn't my
yeah, yeah,
choice, I'd have a for sale sign up, for real.
yeah,
But people do need to hear what you and Terry, Robin, and people that have these properties, what we really deal with on a daily
mm,
basis. They think
yeah,
that, we're sitting here, counting our money and going to the bank. And it's blood, sweat, and tears. It really is
yeah,
a lot of work. It's,
yeah,
it's what keeps me going, really, is when I go in that building and Roy calls out my name, or
yeah,
people that buy a ticket go in there and they come in, they go, "Oh my God, you're not going to believe what just happened to me in the morgue." And I'm like, "What?"
yeah.
Because I'm still that excited as if it was
Mhm.
my first day in the building, or when
Yep,
something happens to them.
yep. And same way here. I mean, I've like, my charities had Rhodes Hotel since like July or August of like 2017, something like that. And it's still like people come in and they ask, like, doesn't it ever get old? It's like, no, because you love, this is something you want to be doing. And then on top of it, I mean, you got different people coming in, and I mean, I still learn different things. Somebody will do something. I'm just like, why didn't I think of that? I mean, there's just so
Exactly.
many different things, that, and then you never know what to expect from one day to the next. There might be completely quiet and get nothing, and then you might go in there the next day or next night, and all kinds of activity going on. You just never know.
You never know. And the real people that come here that just happen to have connections to the people that lived here are crazy. Sometimes the
Mm,
overlap is just insane. I had a guy come here to look at pouring some cement for me. And he looks at me and goes, "Oh, by the way, my parents used to do horse carriage rides for 2 owners ago when it was Carriage Village."
huh?
So back in the 90s,
Yeah,
when it was Carriage Village, it was like this whole like Carriage Village thing. His parents used to do the horse drawn carriage, like so random, so random. And it's really cool because then he has stories to tell me about these people, the former owners that I never got the chance to meet. And it's really
yeah,
cool for me. It's like another thread to the history that I love, and
yeah,
it's amazing, and that's the stuff that keeps me going,
yeah,
you know, and then, and then it's the nights when I really do fill this up to a mega pint and then I drink myself.
yeah.
Then I have problems. but but
Well, I
it's
mean,
it's a crazy, it's a weird life. It's a weird life, and
yeah, yeah.
but they picked me. It's very strange. There's no reason why on God's green earth I should have left Huntington Beach, California. I mean,
Yeah.
you know,
Well, and it's good that you wanted to, and you felt the need to, and you loved the place enough to do that because you could have easily saved that place from being torn down because if you hadn't taken it, who knows what would have happened with it.
well, it's really sad. Thank you, by the way. It's really sad because I'm not trying to bash any of the every previous owner got me to be here. So whatever happened in their journey is how I got here. But none of the other owners made any effort to get into the historical markers, and I was able to get two. Working on going through and trying to get historical designation. I've been working on that. Um, I've been able to, I'm now have applied for a grant, even though I'm a private owner, which is very difficult to even find a grant to apply when you're a private owner because everyone wants you to
Yeah,
be a 501c3. And at
yeah,
this, I don't want to be a 501c3, although if I get historical designation, I do have to be that. But it's hard to get a board of directors you can trust because you can get outvoted, and that's a whole nightmare.
yeah,
But anyways, I'm working on that. But it's really difficult, to make those decisions when it's a hard road to go. People don't understand. They think that, oh, it's historical. They'll give you money. They'll give you tax credit, and it doesn't work that way. And
Nope.
and if you're familiar, are you familiar with anything that's happening up here in the Buffalo area with the Sullivan, the ships?
No.
Okay, are you familiar with well, you must be with oh god, what's the Tom Hanks movie, Saving Private Ryan?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, one of the ships, the Sullivans, is up here in
Mm-hmm.
the Navy shipyard, and it's pretty much almost sunk a couple weeks ago.
Oh, I did. Yeah, I did see that. That's
And
right.
of
I
course,
did see
I'm
that.
very familiar with the Queen Mary, which they've had a big problem with that. And so I love
Mm-hmm.
ships, and I have a big bone about this whole ship sinking situation. And
Yeah.
so they've had it up here for 45 years, the Sullivan.
Mm-hmm.
So apparently they didn't even know there was oil and all this other stuff in it. And then they had a compromise of the hull about a year ago. And so they did a Hail Mary and they raised like $1.5 million like in a month. And it's still almost sunk because they didn't get the money in time. And now now they're getting like, I don't know, I don't know how many millions of dollars more to put in a dry dock. This is a 501c3 organization. They've had it for 45 years. Blah, 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 blah. My point is, here I am by myself. No one's giving me any money. They need to investigate that particular organization. Your organization, I'm not saying all 501c3s are bad. I worked for March of Dimes and United Way for many, many years. I'm just saying there's got to be some sort of other way to divide up the pots of money for when people really do need it. Because
this should have been prevented.
It could have been prevented, and there's got to be some way where other people like myself can get at least some help.
Yeah.
Because clearly 12 years in, I'm trackable at this point. I pay my taxes, I pay my bills, and other places could be saved if there was a better way to divide the pot up for funds for people. Other people would step up to the plate and save other historical properties. They really would. But there's so much red tape, people can't do it, and then these places get torn down because nobody knows what to do and how to do it.
Yeah.
I just was too stupid to even, I'll just do it. I wasn't even thinking about how to do it.
I mean, I
just said,
applaud you. You've done a good job. I mean, literally having to do it on your own.
Thank you. Well, there's a lot. There's so much more. It would have been a lot. It would have been so much better living in this small town. If I would have had internet service, it would have combated a lot of problems with trespassers and things like that over the last 12 years. That was a real big problem, which no internet, no cameras was a problem.
Yeah.
I only had limited cameras because lack of internet. It was hard because you can't go through brick with all those wires. And so it was very limited cameras. Now it's wired to the. So it's like I'm always on, you're on camera. The police are on their way.
Yeah.
They're running.
Yeah. Luckily Luckily I haven't had to really deal with that here, but I mean, it's the same way here. I mean, it's cameras all over the place. Because I mean, I did have an incident when I first, not too long after, I moved onto the property, and having it. Then, I had some stuff go on there. It's 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. Then I keep hearing stuff, and I'm like, it's a noise, and then because right by my bed is over here, and then right outside there's this window, but then the kitchen window to the hotel is right over here to the side. So I mean, the kitchen window is literally 10 feet from me. And I kept hearing something. I get up and I look out. There's a guy trying to get through the window. So then, and I had 2 cameras in the whole building. I had one upstairs that would watch the stairs. So somebody would have to be at the top of the stairs before I'd even see them. So, and then I'm in the back, so they could kick the door in. I would never hear them.
Oh my God.
And it was so, I mean, and this happened. And then I had one in the dining room that faced the side door. And then after I looked out there and saw this guy, that camera went off. So I look on the camera, there's somebody trying to get in the side door. And then there's another window by that side door and somebody's trying to get in. And I'm like, I've got 3 guys at least that I can see that are trying to get in here.
Wasp spray, a can of wasp spray, and a lighter.
Mm-hmm.
Seriously?
Yeah, that'll scare them off. Yeah, you know, I mean, but
Called it's the Mad Max cheap version of a blowtorch.
yeah, yeah. But I mean, it's yeah, that after that night, it was kind of crazy. And then after that night, I was just like, yeah, that's not gonna happen because, like I said, somebody could kick in that front door and I wouldn't know it. I mean,
Yeah,
until they're in the dining room, and then by that
terrible. That's
time, they're
scary.
like 20 or 30 feet from me. Then, so yeah,
Yeah,
now I was just like, after that, I was like, okay, over here, went over there, back here, this way, and yeah.
that's crazy.
So yeah.
That's awful. Yeah, I don't know, but it's one of those things. But it's been a journey. It's been a learning curve, and
Hmm.
yeah, it's unbelievable. Um, but thank God for the activity. That's the only thing that keeps me going. It's whatever happens in that building. Other than that, I could be down here and I'm like, what am I doing here? And then I go in the building, I'm like, oh, this is why I'm here.
Yep.
You know?
Yeah, I mean, it never gets old. Like I said again, I mean, it's you don't know what to expect from one minute to the next. I mean, you know, that's exactly how it is. I mean, people come in here and are just like, "You do this all the time. Do you not get bored?" And I'm like, no,
Mm-mm.
because one day it might be quiet, and then that night or the next day you get all kinds of activity. You just and then if that you don't know, you might have something new that happens. You're like, oh well, that's never happened.
I just love the fact that a lot of times there's common threads to things, like
Hmm.
over periods of time. I love it that something will happen and then it just correlates through. Like it's like I just like it just correlates. And you can just find the thread all the way through. That
Yeah.
just I don't know. It's just hard for me to say without me telling you a whole long story of different things. But
Hey, you're fine. We've got some time, so you can talk about whatever you want to talk about.
this is a
Uh,
weird story. So I'll go in the back door, and the first floor, there's like these three chairs, and I'll go in there and I'll talk to them. And
mhm,
this is one particular incident about 8 years ago. I went upstairs. It was right before Christmas, 4:30 in the afternoon. Hi, I had a recording on. Hi, everyone. Thank you for a good year. Hi, Robbin. Nice to meet you. Um, thank you for a good year. Happy holidays. Sang them a song. Nobody wants to hear it. Blah blah blah. And all of a sudden, above me, I'm hearing bam on the ceiling. Bam. So it sounded like somebody was walking above me, hitting the floor with a sledgehammer.
mhm.
And I'm thinking, oh God, somebody broke in and nobody knows I'm in the building. Oh crap. And I watch a lot of Dateline, so I'm thinking I got to get out of the building before they know that the killer's in the building, right? So I'm
Mhm.
like, oh my God, all right, how am I going to get out of the building so they don't think I know that I'm scared? So I'm like, oh, I got to go wrap the presents, make the cookies, whatever. And I'm still recording and I'm talking, oh, I got to go. I'll talk to you later. I'll be up, blah, blah, blah. So I get out and I said, okay, I'm going to call a friend of mine, Jason, who's a federal marshal. He's no longer with us. He passed away back. So I called Jason and Jason go, okay, call Julie and we're going to come out and we'll go through the building. So they come over and I have Jason and Julie listen to the recording. And Julie used to work at Cleveland Clinic and she goes, oh, it sounds like a guy with a peg leg. I'm like, no, sounds like a guy with a sledgehammer. You didn't hear it. It was vibrating in the ceiling above me and blah, blah, blah. So we go through the building. Nothing's open. Not a door's broken. Not a window's broken. We go up to the floor above me. There's one hospital room. You walk into the door and there's always a pair of crutches against the wall. Walk in. Jason's ahead of me. One crutch is against the wall, the other one's on the floor by the wheelchair. He picks it up, and there's a rubber stopper, and he whacks on the floor. And he goes, see, sounds like a peg leg. I'm like, oh man, that's so weird, right? So they were
Mhm.
running down the hallway with one crutch. Cut to 2 years ago. Standing outside, they're finally bringing internet, right? The Spectrum guy's downstairs. He's looking up at the building, the East Wing. He's pointing up. I'm like, hi. I introduced myself. He goes, oh, hi. Guess what? My uncle used to be there. His name was Buster. He was put in the nursing home back in the 60s, and he had a peg leg. His name was Buster.
Hmm.
And he's pointing to the room where the hospital room was, where the crutches were. I'm like, oh my God. Cut to a few months ago, Brett McGinnis was out from Ghost Hunters Academy. We're in one of
Mhm.
the rooms, the same room, right? We're doing an EVP session. So it's my turn to ask a question. I said, what's so weird about Buster? Play back the recording, goes, peg leg. That's over the course of like 8 years. It's common.
Yeah.
I love stuff like that when that happens.
Yeah. Yeah. That's wild. That's
So
cool.
wild.
Yeah.
So,
Robin's here.
Yep. Had
hi.
had a fire meeting tonight. I had to take care of some stuff at. So on the trustee side.
Busy man.
He's
More so than
very
you know. So, I got rid of a
No, I
couple jobs
know.
recently.
What's that?
I said I got rid of a couple jobs recently, so that's good.
Oh.
It's all yours now, Mike. Here we go this way. So it's
Yeah,
all
yeah,
yours now.
yeah,
You and
yeah.
Crystal can deal with it all.
Yeah. We were just talking, like, and Sharon was talking about how, like, she doesn't have help out there. She, like, you know, she doesn't have help out there like what we do, you know, like at your location and here at Rhodes and stuff. And she was talking about how it'd be nice to have people that can be out there to help her with things that need to be done there.
Yeah,
Just nobody in that area or something, or what?
I don't have any help. I have a lawn guy. I have an exterminator.
Put them to work.
I have some girls that come out that help me with tours, and one or two guys once in a while, but that's it. I have nobody that does me like labor. Nobody.
Yeah.
So, nobody that can help me with anything. So.
Yeah, it's kind of tough keeping locations up if you don't.
Yeah,
have,
it's really tough right now.
Help to do with anything.
Yeah. So the first few years, I had a couple groups, but their kids started growing up, and things started happening, and they faded away. So the first 3 or 4 years, but since then, it's been really tough. So, but
yeah.
I don't know if you guys popped up any questions, but this came up just recently, I think.
No, I haven't popped any up yet. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So, but yeah, so we have a lot of really interesting stuff. If you ever make it out here, and if I could ever get out of this place, like I said, I'm married to the place. It's really hard for me to get away. I was telling Mike, I leased my vehicle and I've had it for 2 years and I have like 3,200 miles on it. I don't get out of here. So it's really tough for me because I'm always here. But we have a really cool morgue where you can lay on the morgue table and you can get compressions on your chest. They'll come and give you compressions on your chest like they give you CPR, or they'll feel for your pulse, or you'll feel like they're pulling you off your table by your ankles, or they'll kind of like feel where your femoral artery is. We have a suit that hangs up and they'll move it around like a pendulum, and it's not wind because you can actually ask it to spin one direction for yes or the other for no, or to stop in a certain position, or it'll follow people around looking at you. So you can move around the table and it will stop when you stop, or it will move when you move. It's pretty interesting. And you can't do anything in the building without the spirits ratting you out. About this past October, I caught some girls vaping in the building. I don't allow smoking or vaping in the building. So I tossed them out. And one of my guys went upstairs to Emma's room, the nurse Emma's room, and did an EVP session afterwards. And he goes, "Emma, are you doing okay? Are you all right?" She goes, "They're smoking up here." She was really, really mad. So it's really interesting. They're very well aware of what's going on. So.
One of the girls in the messengers in the comments asked if you think some of the spirits know you.
Oh, God, they know me. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I've had a few of them in Ashmore that when they ask who owns the building and all, it comes up with my name.
Yeah, they know who you are. Of course they do.
Oh,
they know that we take care of the place. No, we take care of them.
Mike, since you were leaning forward, I saw this comment come up in there. So.
I'm starting to peel right here too. Courtesy of Ashmore State's sunlight Saturday.
That's good.
I would say that's more courtesy of stupidity.
What, Robin?
Probably. I said I think it's more courtesy of stupidity because you were told like you can put a hat on.
Probably more so with that. I really didn't think it was that bad, and it's like, but then of course, man, when I came home, my head was like, I had a headache like in the side of my head, and it was not stuff. No, I didn't have any sense. I didn't think I was out there really that long, so I didn't think about it. And they're like, "You're kind of red," Yeah. So
yeah, he was offered that too.
Yeah. Stupid me though. Yeah. But
you guys may have already talked about this earlier too, Sharon. But how did you come across with Rolling Hills? Did you I don't know if you guys talked about that earlier or not?
Yeah, we went over that, but I mean, I would be happy. I'd love to talk to you sometime. In anyways, owner to owner, because I think it'd be really cool if we ended up having some sort of owner symposium. Owners should network more. I mean, there's problems I'm sure that you've encountered as an owner, that I've encountered, and even I know that Waverly Hills is now run by a board of directors, but they've actually contacted me about some issues that they've been running across with visitors and things. And it'd be nice if we all kind of had some blanket policies. It would be nice to kind of network and try to, so we're all on the same page, so people don't say, well, they let us do this here and you don't let us do that here, and why can we do that here and not there? And it'd be kind of nice if we kind of had some even playing ground for the people, because we must make everyone crazy if we all have our own rules, you know.
Oh, probably so.
You know.
And I'll have to add you. I've got I actually have a Facebook private page set up for venue owners.
Oh,
and,
that's nice. I didn't know
we
that.
put out there. So so I'll have to add you to it. And
yeah, I wasn't aware of that.
We talked about some stuff, and we've talked more about problems we've had with teams and things like that. So, and so you kind of keep an eye out on certain groups that come in or something. So, but yeah, I'll share that out with you.
Yeah, I would love that. Thank you. Yeah, because I've been spinning around out here by myself. You know, I've been playing it. I'm thinking of my own stuff out here. So.
Yeah, and if you put stuff out there like on social media about needing help and stuff out there like that, I mean, let us know. I mean, I'd be more than happy to share it out there. And if it made, you never know, maybe you'll luck out and somebody I might be friends with, or whoever might be friends with that we share it out to, might see it and be like, oh, well, I'm not that far from that place, and they can come out and help you with some stuff or something.
Thank you.
All about networking, right?
But you've talked to some teams and they're about coming out there and just can't get anybody to bite.
Yeah, we can talk about that off.
So that's a later discussion.
That's a later discussion. Like I said earlier, I had some good people for a long time, and then their kids were growing up, and there was a lot of stuff going on. So unfortunately, they went their ways. It happens. People's lives change, you know. It was fun in the beginning. First 4 years, I mean, I was really lucky. I had people that came out, and they were like, the first 4 years took 440 dumpsters the first year alone to clear out the place. It was unbelievable. There was garbage piled sky high in every single room, and nothing went in the dumpster till it went through my hands. Everything. Yeah, the whole upstairs had pigeons in it, and oh my god, I had service masters having to come in and disinfect it like 2 and 3 times, and there was so much bird dander, and there was rooms that they stored Girl Scout. I felt like, oh my god, my face just then. Have you been watching? I've been watching the Giant Depp trial. I just felt like Amber Heard right then when she said her dog stepped on a bee. Oh my god, my face. All right. There was one room that they stored Girl Scout cookies in it, and they were all like eaten through by rats. And there was just so much stuff in there. Every room was piled just with. I handled more feces, animal feces, and rodent feces than I can tell you. The whole place had to be clean, top to bottom. And right now, I just had one of my friends who's in between jobs. He just came out and sweep the building every year, twice a year, top to bottom. As the place is completely clean. So, I mean, I try to keep it in good shape. Windows are a problem right now. I need some windows fixed, but I can't do that it's just an ongoing thing, you know? So, it's a money pit, as Tom would say.
With the windows, something that Robbin came up with for here, we needed windows here, and we were doing like a sponsorship thing, like the different teams like would pay for certain windows and stuff, and we'd put their names and stuff on the windows, and that'd be an option maybe to kind of help out and get some of the stuff done for you that way, maybe.
Yeah, that would be a good idea. I just talked to the Landmark Society, which is a kind of like a historical society out here. They just gave me some names of contractors to get prices on windows. That's where I have to start. So my windows are huge. I don't know if yours are oversized like mine, but they're weird and oversized. They're huge. They're like 5 feet by almost 4 feet. They're humongous.
Yeah, they're not that bad here. They're not that big.
They're huge. They're ridiculous.
I think the ones at Rhodes are I think they were like 77 or 78 inches tall, so it's a little over 6 foot tall, and then they were about
real
25
wide,
to 30 inches wide.
Yeah.
And these crank out. They crank out like this.
Oh, okay.
They're funky. So
That's
again, I have to
huge.
decide whether or not I'm going to, if I go the historical register route, then I have to decide whether I'm going to do them. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So
I'm kind of one that, you know, I mean, unless you're really going to try to go up for grant money and things like that, it doesn't do you much good.
I know I'm on that
So,
fence right now.
yeah.
So
Well, and the problem with the grant money is that you may
you have
not
to
get
have
enough
that
to cover everything.
fence. I know.
So then you're going to pull it out of your pocket anyway. And you might have pulled it out of your pocket and had less to, you know, that you didn't have to put into it just because you went the historical preservation society type deal.
I know. I'm just at that point though where I don't know what to do because there's so much work that needs to be done, and I'm just on that precipice, you know. So
Yep.
my building's 60,000 square feet. It's huge.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, I have 2 outbuildings. So
Yeah, Marcus, you guys have a Home Depot close by?
yeah, I do.
Yeah, because I mean, I use Home Depot some, but not much. We have Menards, and I don't know Menards isn't out in your area. I don't believe at all. So that's my kind of
Home
go-to
Depot
store.
wouldn't give me any discounts at all. I've been here for 12 years. They wouldn't give me any discounts. Nothing.
Yep.
Jeez.
Yeah, most of them won't.
Yeah, no. It's been a haul. It's been a haul, I'll tell you. So,
Yeah, I can't imagine. I mean, you know, from what you've told me, just like, you know, how you picked up and just went out there.
well, you know what's been worse, and I don't want to play this woman card because I'm a Scorpio, and and I've come from a long line of being independent, but it's been really difficult, and I hate saying this because I live here, but I grew up in New Hampshire, and I'm very independent, and living in California, and I came from a corporate background, and like I said, I worked in nonprofit. Nonprofit, you learn that you've got to be strong and do the ask because you can't get a yes if you don't ask, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you always be in your face and ask. But oh my God, I've had so many people from day one come here, and I could have a handyman here or whatever, and whoever comes here, a gravel man or a contractor, they'll turn and talk to somebody that I've got working here and come up and talk to the guy that I'm paying as a contractor and not talk to me thinking I'm the little woman. And I'll be like, don't talk to him. He's a hired hand. I'm the one who's paying the bills here.
Mm-hmm.
And it's so frustrating because I can't get anything done because they don't talk to me, it's so hard. And then they don't want to negotiate with me. And then they think, oh, well, we'll just jack up the price 10,000%. It's really difficult. It's hard. So anyways, I just met the new Chamber of Commerce today, the president. So he wants to come meet with me. And he goes, we don't have any money. I said, of course I know you don't have any money, but I need a guy in my corner to advocate for me. Because unfortunately, in this day and age, you still need a guy behind you. So I need a guy behind me, guys. So I just need men behind me. It's terrible. It's terrible. I mean, it's terrible in this day and age. I still feel that way because I'm really a strong woman. Obviously, I also wouldn't have done this 12 years ago on my own. But
Yeah.
it's really like that in a lot of cases. So I just got to play the game. I'm still playing.
Well, I get people that do that, some like with Norma here at the office or something like that. And I always just tell them, say, you need to talk to Norma because I don't handle that type of stuff. So it makes it a little bit easier. I think that's the thing is that, is men have to pretty much like say, well, I let them handle it. Just like with Crystal that does the bookings there at Rhodes. It's like, we just tell them like, you'll need to talk to Crystal because we don't do that. She does all that. And so that's who you got to talk to. And it works out. Now she may turn around and ask, she used to. I don't have to answer anymore. So she used to ask me questions about
Robin's like, what?
Like, so yeah, right. You want what? Oh, time to hang up on this. So, but yeah, she'd ask me, but then she'd go back and tell them the answer. Whatever she decided or whatever we decided at the time. But I think unfortunately, it's a lot of that goes on out there, and I would rather deal with women anyway. In most cases, I've got 3 girls that help me out at Ashmore quite a bit. And I always tell, if somebody comes in and wants something, and they think I'm probably dumping on because people come in and say, can we, you want to take us on a history, the tour of the history of the place? I'm like, nope, they know it better than I do. I said, I just come out here and work here. They're the ones that go out and know everything and check into everything. So
See, I
I
just
let
need,
them do it.
I need one person I can delegate to, so I can just be one delegator. I just need one person. That's all I need is one that I can just step away from. So, but all in due time before I'm 80.
Yeah.
Yep. I'm sure it'd be nice to have some help out there. I mean, especially because if how often you're booking. I mean, if you're always there, I mean, I can imagine it would be nice to have a break sometimes to have somebody just that hold the fort down and take care of whatever groups and stuff that come in and just give you a break.
Well, actually, since COVID, when COVID happened, that was a big for me, honestly. Because some people got out of work. I had some friends that were working at other places that shut down. And then because of the way things were able to open and the way I was classified, I was able to open on a limited basis. So I was able to hire some people under the table and be able to have them help me out here. I gave them, stipends, and they were able to help me. And so I was able to take a little bit of a break and get some of my back end work done, my admin work done, and so it gave me a break. They handled some tours. I was able to get caught up on some of the back end work, and that gave me a bit of a break. So, and then when they went back to work, I went back to my regular schedule. So it gave me a little bit of an aha moment. And so it's just a matter of me being able to find some people who want to work. But now with McDonald's hiring at $25 an hour, you know what I mean? It's hard to match that, man,
Yeah.
That's kind of crazy. Life and times of the 21st century or 22nd century, wherever we are now. That's crazy, man. Oh my God. Whoever would have thought? Can you imagine the people that grew up and lived in our places, what they would think? What the money is nowadays? Oh my God. They were what, 20 cents, 25 cents an hour, maybe, if they were lucky.
I think my first job was like $1.45 an hour, right in that area. Now it's $3.45. I think it's a big raise.
God, they wouldn't even know what to make of any of this.
Yeah, it's crazy how much things have changed.
Did you ever ask your people, your spirits, when COVID happened, if they understood what happened? Because we were getting some crazy stuff.
Really?
Fabulous. We went in because I felt really bad. Because it was right after winter, and I went in, I said, oh my God, we're going to be closed down for a while, and we don't know what's happening. And there's like this thing going on. And they said virus. And they said, we asked them if they knew where it was from. They said China. And we asked them, do you know what the reasoning is behind it? They said to bury the country. It was crazy. It was coming right across like the ovulus and the spirit box. It's pretty intense.
Yeah.
Craziness.
Yeah, no doubt. So, do you you've got events and stuff? You've been having some events like the Red Chasers. Weren't they out there, coming out there sometimes?
Yeah, they come in a couple weeks. Excuse me, the 20th and 21st. Still have some tickets for Friday. So that's really good. They're $99 for a Friday. Saturday we have a catered dinner, so that one there's almost sold out. So we have an all-you-can-eat taco bar, which is fun. We do a local restaurant; they bring it out. So,
that's cool.
We just had so crazy. We do an adult Easter egg hunt in April. We hadn't had a couple of years because of COVID. I hide 840 Easter eggs through the building. There are plastic eggs with tickets in them, and 70 people go and find all the eggs, the adults. And then we have a Chinese auction. I give away about $2,000 worth of gifts. I have like drones and smartwatches and all stuff that I buy. And then there's a catered dinner and then the ghost hunt. So that was really fun. So.
How many times have you been in there randomly to be walking around in the dark and you hear like a little plastic and you're like, oh, there's one of the eggs.
People are still finding some of them though. It's really funny. It's really funny.
I wonder that when you said
well.
what, 800? Yeah.
So that's a lot of things to hide. A couple of my ladies, a couple of the girls, they were stuffing them all for me and hiding them around. So, but yeah, then we have some public hunts coming up, and I have to start putting on some of the guided historical tours and the flashlight tours. It's been a long winter, to be honest with you, and I haven't been walking the building, so I'm a little out of shape. So I've been trying to walk the building so I can walk and talk and not, catch my breath in between the stairs. So I have to wait and I have to add those on. So, but maybe put in some art classes too. We've done some art classes there and stuff like that.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. So I saw you doing something with some kids. How does that go?
Oh, the kids day, yeah, it always goes well. Yeah, Ashley takes care of that. She wanted to start that back in 2016. She talked to me in September 2016, and so we put one together in October that year, and we donate all the money to Lost Limbs Foundation. And
nice.
She's been doing she does one we did one in October 2016, and then we started doing it in May and October then of each year, and it's gone great. This year was a little bit lower attendance than normal, which kind of surprised me because last year we sold out even during pandemic times, but yeah, so it was a little bit slower. We've already started selling tickets for October. They've already starting to sell now, but it goes well. The kids have a great time, and we just keep doing it each year.
I think honestly, the gas prices and everything else is so expensive. Grocery stores, everything it's just ridiculous right now.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's really the prices have gotten people freaked out.
Yeah.
I really do. I think it's different than before. I think during COVID, people were getting so much money from the government that I think it made a difference. I hate to say it, but I think it made a difference for people. And I think right now just people are watching their money. I think it's going to be an interesting summer. I'm a little concerned. I think it's going to be a little iffy. I don't think it's going to be as strong as past years.
So have you seen most of your privates or the private investigations you guys do there? Are they about the same as it was last year or all, or up or down?
It's just starting to gear up for me because the building's still been very cold. It's just starting to gear up. My biggest month last year for privates was August. I was sold out between privates and public hunts. I didn't have a day off in August. I was sold out every single day. I didn't have a day off. Because I do 4-hour and 8-hour ones during the week for privates. So August, I didn't have a day off. So from August, July 31st through like the middle of September, there was no day off.
Right.
So, but April is always a little slow in May. So I don't really start picking up to the beginning of June. So I have what's today? I don't even know what today is. Today's the 10th.
Right.
Yeah.
13th, I'm sold out. I have Friday the 13th sold out. And then I have a couple privates. I have a private on Saturday, and I have a couple privates next week. And then the Wraith Chasers, and then I have some privates again. And then we're geared up. So there we go.
Do you guys do daytime investigations there too?
I do if people want to book them. Absolutely. I'll do anything. Yes, I will throw myself out from my building. You want to do it, I will do it. We do weddings. We do anything. We had a wedding in the morgue. I'm hoping to do some weddings in October since Halloween's on a Monday. Absolutely. Yeah. We do paint nights. We do movie nights. I haven't done movie nights in a while, but I'll probably put 1 or 2 on this year. We had a Rocky Horror Picture Show there. That was fun. With a live shadow cast. That was fun. So, like I said, I was telling Mike, I'm kind of jealous that you have Christopher and those guys near you guys. I miss them.
Oh, yeah. I haven't, actually, I haven't really talked to them too much since, maybe Scarefest. I've been with them since then. Yeah, I think that was about the last time. It's been a little while since I've been with those guys, but talk to them every once in a while.
Yeah, I wish they were closer to me.
So. Need to get them out there sometime.
Yeah,
hang out.
Last time Christopher was here, I was like, God, I can't remember when. About 7 years ago, maybe 8 years ago. And Philip hasn't been here since they filmed 12 years ago. So it's been a while.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, it's been a while. So
Yeah, hopefully they'll get back out that way sometime soon.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's tough, booking people that live far away, paying airfare and hotel and everything. It's really hard.
Right.
Then you gotta jack up the prices on the people, and it's hard. Then it's hard to get people to buy the tickets, and you try to keep the prices down for people. It's hard,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that a lot of people don't realize how expensive it is to bring somebody in.
No.
And even if they don't charge you a lot, you're still looking at
Yeah.
a $500 airplane ticket and
Yeah.
probably $100 to $150 a night for hotels. So
Yeah.
if they're there for 2 or 3 nights and they're 2 nights in the hotel, you're spending $700-800 just to get them there.
Yeah, and you don't
Yeah.
want, I put them up. There's a nice casino in town, so I always put my people up at the casino. I won't put people up at any place I wouldn't want to stay. So
Mhm.
I wouldn't put them up at the good places. So, so I try to treat my people well. So anyway, that's why I'm a little light on events, because you can only put so many people up. It's only so much airfare you can afford and stuff. So,
Oh yeah.
but
Yeah.
but
Yeah. It's definitely not cheap.
No, and my friend just bought a ticket from California to go to see her father in New York, $1,000 for coach. It's crazy.
They're able to get that right now, I guess.
Yeah, it's awful.
Mhm.
So,
Yeah.
so at some point, Mike, you're gonna have to send me all your links. I should put your foundation on my website, since you're
Yeah,
so
I can do that.
to help with my friend. So,
Oh yeah. No, I mean, anytime, if there's something going on you need shared, whatever, I mean, let me know. Send me a message. Yeah, because you know how Facebook is. It's like you might somebody might make 10 posts and you might see all 10 of them one day, and then the next day
yeah,
you might see one of 10, and
that's true.
it's so random. It's like so sometimes you kind of miss things that like that. So yeah, anytime you need something out there,
Thank you.
just know.
Thank you.
And you're in East Bethany, New York, then I think, because Guadalupe was asking about that. It's that's where you live, out in East Bethany, New York, right?
Correct.
Okay.
It's about 45 minutes between Buffalo and Rochester.
Yep. Somebody was just asking about it, and I thought you probably covered that earlier, but I thought I'd just pop it in there.
Yep, not too far from Niagara Falls, things like that. Not too far.
Yeah.
It's close to everything and yet near nothing.
Yeah.
I went through
I know
that
how that
area a
goes.
couple years ago.
Did you really? Where were you off to?
I was in New Hampshire. It's when I did the crazy mountain climb thing at Mount Washington.
Where?
So yeah, I kind of went
Oh
right
yeah,
through.
I'm from Derry, New Hampshire. I grew up in Derry and Chester.
Oh, okay.
In Manchester. Yeah,
Yeah.
I know Mount Washington very well. Yeah.
Yeah, I do
My
too.
Mount
But
Washington.
unfortunately,
Oh my God, that's the coldest place in the world.
that place
I
is
filmed
crazy.
up there when I worked in the film business, and oh my God, the film kept snapping out of the camera. It was oh my God, it's so bad up there. You hiked up there?
Yep. Nick Groff and I filmed an episode of a project that we're working on, and yeah, I did. I tried to climb the mountain on crutches.
You're out of your mind.
Yeah, I know that now.
Jesus.
It didn't go so well, but I tried. Well, the plan was when
Did nobody tell you? Did you not talk to anybody from New Hampshire before you went there? New Hampshire could have told you that.
Nick encouraged me.
The man
Nick
set you up.
Yeah.
There's your first mistake. Listen to Nick.
Oh my God,
Yeah.
he grew up he grew up like in Haverhill, right?
I'm not sure.
He grew up like right because my mother lived in Chester. I think he lived right down the road, not too far from.
Yeah.
That's okay. Even he set you up, dude. Oh my God.
Well, the plan was what happened. The whole thing came up because, I was telling him hey, I might have a kid that says, hey, I can't do this or I can't do that, and it's like, if a kid lost a leg, hey, I can't do this because my leg's gone. It's like, well, how do you know? Have you tried to do it? You should try to do it before you say you can't. So I told Nick, I was just like, I want to do something that's kind of crazy out there that, if I'm able to pull it off, then if a kid ever approaches and says, "Well, I can't do that," and be like, "Look, if I can do this, you can do anything." And yeah, I I didn't succeed. I didn't get
I
all the way
started with
through.
Mountain and Monadnock or something, instead of going right to that one.
Yeah, that particular one wasn't. Yeah,
Wow. Well, bravo for trying.
I almost made it. I got really close. I did get close
Wow.
to the top. But craziness. People are like, "You gonna go back and do it again?" No. Why
No.
not? It's like, because I know how bad it was the first time.
Jeez. What time
Yeah.
of year did you try?
It was in when did we do that? I think it was like in June.
Well, thank God it was
When we did
June.
it. Yeah.
Fall would have been really bad.
Yeah.
Cold.
And it was even
Sure.
when we did it then, like I can't remember what the date was that we did that. I think it was like in
Still
June.
cold.
Yeah, I mean, once we got up further up like that, I mean,
Yeah.
the wind gusts were like 70 mile an hour, and
Yeah. Wow.
it was insane.
It's crazy.
Yeah, it's probably not going to ever happen again with that.
Robbin, since you have all that help out there with all your girls, then you guys need to make a trip out to see me.
Yeah, like I have time to do that. I'm in Asheville right now, Thursday to Sunday night, generally trying to build a house. So yeah, I don't have any time at all. So it's yeah, usually I get leave here in my office on Thursday night and go to Ashmore, and Friday morning start working, and quit it on Sunday night, come back and start the office all over again on Monday morning. So
I hear you.
yeah, my time is pretty much like shot most times. Plus I've got storage units I take care of, and I'm on a fire rescue, and I'm trustee with the fire rescue, and yeah, so I keep kind of busy. Like there's not much downtime, unfortunately.
I'll have to let
Somebody
you know
asked
the
me
next time I
today.
go that way.
Yeah, you should. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah, Mike's got all the
Somebody
time
asked
in the world.
what superpower I would want, and I said teleportation, because that way I could just blink and be somewhere. I could go back
Yeah.
in time, and I could actually sit down with my spirits when there were real people and talk to them. I could go forward and travel and be anywhere. I could see what the future is going to be like, so I could make a plan.
Yeah.
I could go on vacation in a blink and be back. I could be at a beach and be all tan and be back.
Yeah.
It'd be great. That'd be the best superpower ever.
Just be like that.
I just want a helicopter so I can just fly to Ashmore. I live 2 hours away from Ashmore, so
Do you really?
yeah, so it's like a 2-hour drive over just to start working on stuff.
Oh my God.
So
Well, see, you could teleport.
yeah, yep.
You know?
I'd have better luck with the helicopter. So.
Or you could be like I Dream a Genie and just blink your eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. That would work.
You know?
Yeah. Wouldn't that be awesome?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
We probably shouldn't keep you too much longer. So we kept you a little longer. Robbin's probably noticed, and he's like, wait, the time with the live thing's not matching up with the time in there, which is I'll explain that once we get done. Yeah.
Yeah, I figured you screwed up somehow.
I did. Yeah, I didn't double click the go live thing. I clicked it once and I hit the 30-second counter.
no, it was my fault. Remember? Wink.
Oh yeah, that's right. It's Sharon's fault.
You're supposed to blame the guest.
You can go back and watch these. You realize that, right? So
I was trying to help you out here.
Yeah, that's not gonna work.
Oh well, he would have. Yeah, he would have went back through it and be like, yeah, no, okay, yeah.
So the best way that people see you and everything is check out the website, I assume.
Yes, rollinghillsasylum.com, or I'm on Facebook. What am I on Facebook? The official Rolling Hills Asylum Facebook page. I'm on TikTok, but it's under Shazzy's Ghost because I'm just learning TikTok, so I don't know what I'm going to do with that yet. I'm just trying to learn it. I'm not very
fun.
I'm trying to learn it. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah. Well, we definitely appreciate you being on tonight.
Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, it's been fun. It's been fun.
I'm kind of talker. I'm kind of opinionated. Sorry.
Hey, that's
No,
all-
it's good. I mean,
I'm
that's
a real person.
no
I'm not phony
Yeah.
balling. You know, you get what you get with me. So I hope you like what you got.
yeah. No, it's been a fun night. Yeah, it's been nice talking and actually, because you know how it is, sending messages and stuff. It's you don't really get to talk and stuff, and it's kind of nice. I mean, you just get to sit here and have a little bit of time to where you can just talk about whatever.
I appreciate
So
it.
yeah,
Thank
same
you
here.
everyone for listening. I hope I didn't bore you guys too much out there in another world. And I hope you come visit. It's really fun. Spirits are interesting. They're not mean. They're not belligerent. They may tell you to get lost sometimes, but they're really fun. They're really interactive. It's never boring. So
That's great.
If anyone knows of any help that might be in the area too, be sure to hit Sharon up.
yeah, come hang out.
Yeah, get you some help out there, hopefully.
There you go.
Yeah.
Thank you, everyone. Appreciate it.
Yep.
Sharon,
Well,
thanks for coming on.
Yeah, thanks. Thanks
Thank
again.
you so much.
All right.
I appreciate
Have a
it.
good evening.
You
Yeah.
All right.
too.
Have a good night. See
Thanks.
ya.
Bye. Take
Bye.
care.
You
Bye.
too.
Alrighty. All right. Well, yeah, I have to go back and watch the beginning of it and all, but
Oh my
yeah.
God. Yeah, I messed up.
that's all right.
Well, yeah,
Things
it's
happen.
funny. It's funny because I knew, but I just like spaced out. Like I went up, it's like, oh, it's time to start the show. Go live, and then I start the 30 seconds on it. So it's just here the 30 seconds rolling. I'm just like, hey everybody, thanks for tuning in. And I just start going through all this stuff, and about 5 or 6 minutes in, I'm getting ready to bring Sharon on. I look over and it doesn't say live over here, and I'm like, huh? And I look over here, it still says go live, and I was like, oh. Yeah, I was like, great. So
Oh,
I was like, I forgot to hit it the second time. So I just went ahead and hit live and just no 30 seconds. It's like, hey, everybody, I messed up. What's going on? Yeah.
So next week, Angie Sturm and Nick Carboni. And
Yeah.
now, I don't know them at all. Do you know them?
Yes, we've talked some. They are part of the Bell Mansion, which is in Fort Wayne, Indiana, and I don't know a lot about the place, but we're going to hopefully learn some stuff about it next week.
Well, that's cool. Yeah, that'll be fun then.
Yeah,
So,
nice few weeks here having locations to talk about and kind of change it up a
there
bit.
you go. Well,
Yeah.
it's getting that time of the year where people are looking for places to go. If they haven't already booked one now, they probably are looking to. So
Yeah.
that works out pretty well.
Yep, agreed, for sure. Yep.
So, well,
And go ahead.
I suppose that it's about 9:15 now. It's probably time to get out of here. I haven't been here that long, but yeah, it's about time to call it a night anyway.
Wrap it up. Yep. And real quick, guys, if you would go to LLF Radio on YouTube and subscribe to the channel, and you can watch all the episodes, even the ones I mess up when Robbin's not around. Yeah, go subscribe to the page if you would. Share the broadcast on Facebook, the page on Facebook, and all that good stuff. If you would follow it, all that, and then we'll talk to you next week.
Yeah, sometimes those second Tuesdays of the month are tough for me because that's when we have our fire rescues meeting. So
Yeah.
And tonight was a longer one than normal, so usually they get them pretty quick. So
Yeah.
but yeah, with that, so thanks for everybody for joining Mike tonight and hanging in there with him, and appreciate you guys, and we'll talk to you next week.
Yep. Have a good night, guys.
Night.
My name is Mike, and I'm the founder of the Lost Limbs Foundation. The Lost Limbs Foundation is a 501c3 nonprofit organization that provides assistance to amputee children in need of prosthetics. I started the charity after my own struggles after my leg being amputated just above the knee. Prosthetics cost thousands of dollars, and the average lifespan is 5 to 7 years on a prosthetic. Kids are constantly growing, so they'll go through multiple prosthetics throughout their life. This is the prosthetic leg that I use, and the cost was about $70,000. The Rhodes Hotel is in Atlanta, Indiana, and is owned and operated by the Lost Limbs Foundation. We are currently doing photo shoots, ghost hunts, and special events to help raise money for the charity. For more information, you can go to lostlimbsfoundation.org. With your help, we can help these kids one step at a time.